All right, we are covering breaking news this morning out of this hearing in the House Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Republican Congressman Dan Burton says that U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder is blocking the Fast and Furious investigation. Here's what he said.
There's no question in anybody's mind that's been involved in this investigation that the Attorney General has been stonewalling this committee. The chairman has contacted him and his associates numerous times, and without result. And when the chairman met with him in the last 24 hours and discussed this, there was no information forthcoming that would have been able to set aside this contempt hearing today.
Republican Congressman Randy Forbes is on the House Judiciary Committee. He grilled Eric Holder, asking him questions about all of this a few weeks ago, and he joins me now. Good morning. Good to have you here, Congressman Forbes.
Thank you, Martha.
What is your reaction to this evocation of executive privilege from the White House on all of this?
Martha, I think most of us are shocked and outraged because this plot is thickening. It's getting ready to spin out of control. I think for the White House, it's important to note, Martha, that just 2 weeks ago, the top campaign strategist for the Obama campaign, Mr. Axelrod, denied having any contact or advising the Attorney General regarding this matter. But the Attorney General stated under oath that he had that contact and been counseling with Mr. Axelrod. Now we find that the White House can't have it both ways. If they're putting executive privilege, that means this went all the way up to the White House and the president had some knowledge about it. And I think this is very, very concerning for the White House right now, very concerning for the American people because they don't feel like they're getting this investigation completed and they need answers on this.
You know, I mean, we're just still pouring through this letter that was to the president from Eric Holder, which really outlines the argument, saying, Mr. President, because of these following reasons, you can evoke executive privilege in this situation. And I just want to read to you one section of the letter. He says, as set forth more fully below, I'm very concerned that the compelled production to Congress of internal executive branch documents generated in the course of the deliberative process concerning its response to congressional oversight and related media inquiries would have significant damaging consequences. Do you take issue with the circumstances surrounding the executive privilege in and of itself here?
Well, Martha, I think they can't have it both ways. First of all, the question is, why wait until the 11th hour to do this if they thought this was going to be a significant concern? The second thing is, if this goes all the way up to the White House, this is in direct contradiction to what Mr. Holder has been telling us all along. If it doesn't, then I would think the president would want this investigation completed and he would want Congress to know what actually took place in this situation.
But let me ask you this, Congressman, because it sounds like in this letter he's saying that in response to this whole Fast and Furious issue, it sounds like he's saying there were discussions in the executive branch in response to the issue, in response to the media inquiries, and those are what they want it to have executive privilege over, and apparently those fall among the documents that are being requested as part of this subpoena, right?
That's right, Martha, but understand if that's the case, it's even worse because we're talking about what steps they might have taken to cover up some of this situation, what they were doing with messaging, and we ought to be, as the American people, have the right to know what actually happened in Fast and Furious. Remember, we had a lot of individuals who were innocent who were killed because of this program, and now we find out that they want to cover this up, and it went all the way up to the White House.
Thank you so much, Martha. Congressman Randy Forbes. More on this coming up.